Gladiator, gladiator, gladiator. Gladiator, gladiator, gladiator.
Do you remember the days of dusty school computer labs, half-working laptops, sneaky gaming sessions during IT class, and the magic of flash games? Because if you do, then there's no way you forgot this one. Swords and Sandals, the ultimate gladiator experience packed into a janky little browser window. A game that gave some of us power, freedom, and sometimes let us launch enemies into the orbit with one well-placed punch. Back in the golden age of browser games, roughly the mid-2000s, when websites like Miniclip, Armor Games, and Crazy Monkey ruled the world, there was a certain magic in discovering a game that just hit different. And Swords and Sandals, that game was it. At least one of them. You started with a humble gladiator, a customizable from the get-go gladiator. You could name him something ridiculous, give him weird proportions, and deck him out with war paint, beards, and the absolute worst fashion choices known to man. Then, he threw him into the arena to fight for glory. And gold, of course. Each match was a turn-based dance of strategy and chaos. Do you taunt? Do you charge? Do you pull off the high attack and risk everything? Or just go full cheese with a flying kick that sends someone 20 feet back? And nothing was more satisfying than when the enemy ragdolled out of the screen. That single moment was, for me, peak gaming back in the day. Between battles, you'd level up, pump stats like strength, agility, and head to the shop to blow your gold on shiny new weapons and ridiculous armor. The loot was absurd. Giant axes, flaming swords, even weird magic gear if you went down that route with the merchants. It's, all the effects, the shininess, the hugeness of the weapons, the saturation of each one. I can't stop thinking about those, effects of the weapons. They were absurd and they made a little kid feel like a god. At least me. And let's not forget the epic gladiator music. You know the one. It made every fight feel like a battle for Olympus. Even if you were just, beating up a guy named Steve the Lame right before the boss. A big part of the game was doing OP exploits like the Comma exploit or the Charisma exploit, which I'm showing right now as we did it on stream, where you put all the points to Charisma and then just shout at the opponent until he dies because of your voice. It also requires no need for any equipment and you can just do whatever with your gold. Little things like that make me remember the game for the masterpiece it truly was at the time. It was all running on Adobe Flash, a platform that's sadly gone now, and yet these Flash games, these memories, they live on. Swords and Sandals wasn't just any game, it was the game we bragged about. It was the one where everyone had a little story to it, whether it was beating the arena champion or getting one shot because you taunted one too many times. All these being said, I have some good news. In the midst of this sad nostalgic time with Swords and Sandals, I'm obviously showing you gameplay, and the game is still available to play on Steam, with new editions having been released through the previous years, meaning there's things to replay but also new content to try out. Before I ask one more thing of you, I just wanted to say a big thank you to Whiskey Barrel. Thank you for making these games, and thank you for, you know, a part of my childhood. It means a lot. This video is nothing else but a nostalgia hit from me to you. Maybe a reminder that you haven't played the game in a while and this might be the calling to do so. Either way, before we end, here's the real question. Do you remember Swords and Sandals?
Gladiator, gladiator, gladiator. Gladiator, gladiator.